Welcome to this lesson on simplifying negative exponents. In algebra, seeing a negative sign in the exponent position can be confusing at first, but there is a simple rule to convert them into positive exponents. Today, we will master this concept so you can simplify expressions with confidence. First, let's define what a negative exponent actually means. It does not mean the number itself is negative. Instead, a negative exponent is an instruction to take the reciprocal of the base. Think of it as repeated division rather than multiplication. As shown here, a to the power of negative n is equal to 1 divided by a to the power of positive n. The base moves to the denominator. A helpful way to visualize this is to think about a fraction bar. If a term has a negative exponent while it is in the numerator or the top floor, it needs to move to the denominator or the bottom floor. Once it crosses that line, the sign of the exponent changes from negative to positive. Cross the line and change the sign. The rule works both ways. If you have a term with a negative exponent in the denominator, you move it up to the numerator to make the exponent positive. In this example, 1 divided by y to the negative third power becomes just y to the positive third power. By moving it upstairs, we fix the negative sign. What if you have an entire fraction raised to a negative power? The shortcut here is to flip the entire fraction. The numerator becomes the denominator, and the denominator becomes the numerator. Once you have flipped the fraction, the exponent on the outside becomes positive. Then, you can apply the power to both the top and bottom terms. Let's try a numerical example. We have 4 to the power of negative 2. Since the exponent is negative, we rewrite this as 1 over 4 to the positive second power. Now, we just evaluate the denominator. 4 squared is 16, so our final simplified answer is 1/16. Here is an example with variables, 3 times x to the negative 2 times y to the fourth. It is crucial to notice that the negative exponent only applies to the x, not the 3. The 3 and the y to the fourth have positive exponents, so they stay in the numerator. Only the x term moves to the denominator to become x squared. This gives us our final fraction. You can still use standard exponent rules, like the product rule. When multiplying terms with the same base, you add the exponents. Here, we add 5 and negative 3. 5 plus negative 3 equals 2. So, x to the fifth times x to the negative third simply becomes x squared. The negative was handled during the addition process. Similarly, with the quotient rule, we subtract the bottom exponent from the top exponent. X squared divided by x to the sixth means we calculate 2 minus 6. This gives us negative 4. Since we cannot leave a negative exponent in a final answer, we apply our definition to move it to the denominator, resulting in 1 over x to the fourth. To summarize, remember these key rules. X to the negative n is 1 over x to the n. If it is negative on the bottom, it moves to the top. If it is a fraction, flip it. The general strategy is always the same. Move the term across the fraction line and change the sign of the exponent. Thanks for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.